Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? I've made a ton of videos and I haven't put any of them out. I think it's more like therapy for me to be on video. So, what do I want to say? So, what's today? Thursday? Is that Monday I went over? Tuesday. Okay, so on Tuesday, I went to a dealership, not a car or a truck dealership. This time I went to the motorcycle dealership. I haven't been in one for quite a while, since I bought my last bike back in 2012. But I went to this dealership to look at a new bike, and I kind of already knew before I even went in there that I wanted this specific type of bike. So I went in to look at it. I went to a dealership first, like the week before, and man, but they were kind of like cold shoulder, man. I walked in, they treated me like, yeah, okay, like I don't have money, or I wouldn't be able to purchase, or something like that. Just that nonchalant, like, oh, okay, yeah, we know you're not coming back. It was like, damn, can I test drive this thing? Or no, we don't have any for test drives. I'm just like, okay. They were just very nonchalant. I even called back the same day and left the guy my phone number. They asked me to give him a message and leave him my phone number. He never called back. And after that experience, I started looking for another dealer. So I found one. And I'm going to be getting myself a Can-Am. Now, I remember back in the day when I saw people driving a Can-Am, it just looked like an old man, a retired old man bike, trike. So I've been looking into this thing, and I really couldn't figure out if I wanted the Spider F3 or the Ryker. I really like the Ryker, but I'm used to driving like 1,000cc pluses. And so it's been a long time since I've ridden a 900. It's gonna be a little underwhelming in power, but try to do everything we can to get as much power out of it. But yeah, it was, I went there, I looked at both bikes, and then I realized immediately that the Spider was just way too bulky, way too big. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, dude. I say that every video, because every video, people don't know how to drive. But anyway, I went to this dealership. I went to Woods Cycle Country. Great dealership. Met with a guy named Brian. I told him straight ahead, I told him over that weekend that I was going to come in, check out something specific, and you know, he was in contact with me the whole time, sending me emails, text messages, answering the questions that I had. So when I went in Tuesday, I went in and it was like we didn't really have to catch up on anything. You know, we just did the formalities. I looked at both bikes, realized the Spider was too big for me, too bulky than what I was wanting, and then the Ryker kind of just felt perfect. So I looked at the 2021 Ryker 900 Rally. Awesome trike, really awesome, really cool. I like the aggressiveness of it. I like that it's lighter weight. That's a trade-off from the F3, because the F3 is bulkier and bigger, heavier, but it also has 1,200 cc's. I'm used to riding at 1,200, but there's give and take. So the Ryker it was. Now all I've been doing is researching upgrades, and I know the upgrades I want to do first. Probably just going to do airbox modification first, because I really like the look of the bike with the stock air breathers, or whatever you want to call them, intakes. And And so I think I'm gonna modify mine. I might modify both sides before I get a aftermarket intake. I'm gonna do that and then get an exhaust rather quickly. You know, I've had bikes in the past, so I kind of know things that I want to do ahead of time. I don't have to really wait. But yeah, I've already got stuff lined up that I want to do, and I have to be careful because I gotta pay my bills, man. I gotta pay my bills. I got stuff from my business about to be due, so you know I have to spend responsibly, and I know that by the time I get the intake, if I get an aftermarket intake, by the time I get an exhaust, I think the only other things that I want to do is, I think the only thing I want to do is intake, maybe exhaust. I definitely want to get it wrapped. That's probably going to cost the most money. Matter of fact, it will. I wanted to get it wrapped. What I say, intake, exhaust, wrap, and I think maybe at some point, not sure which order, but I do want to get some better suspension. So that'd probably be suspension, which contains the 3 shocks, front mount and the back, and probably like sway bars, anti-sway bars. So yeah, that's what I want to do. But I'll show you guys this awesome bike on Friday. Unfortunately, I couldn't leave that day, or yesterday, or today. Supposedly it's going to be ready tomorrow. So we'll be going tomorrow at some point, hopefully, to pick it up, and I can drive it back home. And go ahead, bro. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to take it home, drive it home. It'll be my first time driving on a highway with this thing. So I was like, that kind of sucks, because Woods Cycle Country is located in New Braunfels. I'm in Bexar County, so it's quite a little drive, and so I wasn't really expecting to go out that far. If I could trailer it, I would, until I get used to it. But I mean, this machine is so simple. I was very surprised, because I'm used to riding bikes with gears, clutch, you know, and 2 different areas for brakes. It's a lot of stuff for your brain to do, but you get used to it and it becomes normal. But this machine, this Ryker, is so easy to operate. My wife was even excited, because she was like, oh, I can ride it too. I was like, yeah, you don't even have to worry about no gears or nothing. You got 1 brake, 1 pedal for all the brakes, and you have a throttle, no gears. Simple. And yeah, so I was kind of shocked that it was going to be that simple. So my anxiety was, I was like, okay, well, how do you start the damn thing? Because you got to do, like, press the I don't know, you got to flip the switch, press the brake, twist the throttle once, and then press the start button. I'm just like, holy shit. It's actually got a drive and a reverse. No neutral. Kind of, well, there is kind of a neutral, but there's 2 shifts that you have to do. You can use a reverse, or you put it in drive mode, which basically puts you in like a drive mode, like you are in a car. So very simple. So it'll be interesting to see how well it goes on 3 wheels versus 2 wheels. Really, the only reason why I really wanted to go this option was simply because I hadn't ridden my Harley in a while, and it was very intimidating getting back on it for so long after I had like my surgeries and I was recovering. I just lost all confidence trying to ride that thing. When I got back on it, it felt heavy. It felt like I couldn't turn, and when I was getting ready to turn, even basic turns, I felt like I was gonna fall over. Like, it was I already have high anxiety, and it was very like traumatizing to see how much I fell off from riding that bike. And so that kind of just prompted me to be like, you know what, I want to be able to go cruise, and I don't want to have to worry about that. I don't want to have to worry about feeling uncomfortable leaning and balancing. You know what I'm saying? With my ailments, man, my back and you know, stuff like that, the bike rides okay. It rides good, but for my situation, it's not something I want to jump on every single time. It's not something I'll want to ride, but it's not, the experience is not something I want to have all the time, because I mean, actually that bike is actually kind of hard on the it's hard on my back. I've always wanted to get some better suspension for that bike, and I never have, because man, it's bumpy. But yeah, I digress. Anyway, so that's the reason why I'm getting this Ryker. It's 3 wheels, it's a trike. I don't have to balance, I don't have to do any of that shit. I just got to turn and learn how to steer, but I don't have to balance the thing. Still got good performance, and it looks freaking cool, right? So for now, I'm gonna keep my Harley until I can get a good price for it. Yeah, I wanna keep it, see if I can get a good price for it, and then I'll let it go. If not, it's staying with me until I ever feel like riding again, which is probably not gonna happen after I get this thing. So yeah, that's about it. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.